How to find investors when you don't have rich friends. Listen, raising money for real estate can be challenging, even more so when you don't have people in your network who have the means to invest. Today, we're going to talk about how to actually find people to invest in your deals when you don't have those rich friends ready to go right now. I know I said you don't have rich friends, but do you really know that? Sometimes you'd be surprised what your friends and family actually have available. So the very first thing to do is to start with your friends and family. And I'm not telling you to ask them to invest, but learn about them. And more importantly, let them know what you are working on. Really good friends, really good family members are going to want to see you succeed, and they're going to help you expand your network. So you start with your friends and family, you let them know what you're working on, and you're going to ask them one very specific question. Do you know anyone that I should talk to? So once you share what you're doing, you share that you're investing in real estate, you want to buy this apartment building, you're looking to connect with like-minded individuals or folks who you think may have an interest, do not ask them to invest. Instead, ask them if they know anyone who might be interested in investing, or if they know anyone that you should talk to. When you do it this way, a couple things happen. One, you remove the pressure of them having to say yes or no to your deal. But two, you spark curiosity. Why didn't you ask me to invest? You're not, making a decision, or you're not making any implication of what their financial situation is, but you're simply letting them know you're looking to connect with people. You're not asking them to invest. You are asking them to let you know if they know anyone. So that's a great way to start the ball rolling. And typically, if you talk to enough people, they will introduce you to people, or they'll let you know, hey, you know what? I think your cousin's looking to invest. Or you know what? My coworker just sold a company, or they just sold their house, and they were just talking about investing today. So you want to use your network to help you expand your network. Now, the second thing that you want to do when you don't have those rich friends is you got to start to expand your network and get some rich friends. Now, I'm not asking you to dump your college buddies or your friends from school. What I am asking you to do is you've got to start thinking broader. Who can you connect with? Who are the folks you should be connecting to? And how do you start to build deeper relationships with these folks who can invest in your deals? So one of the things you want to do is expand your circle and make new friends. Now, as a grown man and as an adult, I'll be honest, it's kind of hard to make new friends at this age. However, there is a proven path of doing that. And they don't have to be your best friend, but they do need to be people who know you, like you, and trust you enough to invest. So how do you do that? First and foremost, you've got to be authentic. Be yourself. Don't be slimy. Don't be salesy. Don't be pitching people. What you really want to do is be your authentic self, share what it is you're working with, and try to get to know people. The second thing, though, is you've got to be intentional. Be intentional about the circles that you're in, the events you attend, and the people you're surrounding yourself with. One of the best ways of doing this is to focus on causes that you care about. So when I say causes you care about, I'm talking about charities, I'm talking about political organizations, nonprofits, social causes, things like that. So when I was starting out, one of the things that I got involved with was a nonprofit called Search for Water. And by being a part of this group, I got the chance to connect with like-minded individuals who were caring about providing clean water solutions to people who needed it, particularly in developing countries. But I organically made some great connections with other board members. So you don't have to be on the board, but that certainly helps, because typically board members are folks who are doing well in their career. They typically are making a good salary, and they obviously have some compassion and some care about other causes in the world. So that's a great way if you could get on some boards. But if not, just attend the events, go to the fundraiser events, go to some of the functions and the outings that they have, and get to know some of the people within the organization. That's going to allow you to really start to expand your network. And again, it doesn't have to be for nonprofits. It could be, softball. It could be kickball. It could be whatever. The point is, you want to start surrounding yourself with people who have the means to invest. I go back to that point I made about being authentic, though. You don't want to go and join these organizations solely with the focus of finding investors. The goal here is to build real relationships. So focus on that, but surround yourself with people who would have the means to invest and may have interest in partnering with you on a future deal. Now, when we talk about expanding the network, One thing you have to understand is that it takes time. This is not going to happen overnight. And I tell everyone, you have to make sure that you are focusing on building those long term relationships and also getting those referrals. So if you are having a hard time finding people to invest in your deal, first of all, take a look at the people who are in your network today. Maybe they can help you expand your network or get connections to people who have the means to invest. Then you want to expand your network. Find the causes that you care about. Look to join new clubs. Could be physical activity, could be a tennis club, golf club. Again, you just want to surround yourself with like-minded individuals that you can truly share a passion with, but also get to know and grow with over the years. That's going to make it easier for you to raise capital for your deals going forward. If you don't have rich friends today, this is a great way to find investors for your deal and make new friends.